See you later, bitch. Tease party people. 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 See you later, bitch.
Peace, party people. Welcome to the podcast. We are back again for this quick spill, this segment where me and Brandon, we like to call Speak Sneaker Wednesday. So that's what we're going to be doing, man. We're going to be talking about this shoe drive that we have coming up in August. And again, Wednesday will be the day that we'll let you guys know what we've accumulated during the week. We're gonna talk talk about some sneakers that intrigued us, and the hype beast and whatnot. So yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. Brandon,
Yo.
can you let the people know what's going on with the sneaker drive?
Oh man, so last week we've been slowly kicking the can down the road, but we finally officially just pushed it out. And last Wednesday, we started our first collection Wednesday, where people come into the office and bring their donations, their cash donations, gently used shoes, new shoes, and volunteers, kind of just like showing up and creating the vibe that we want to display on August 2nd.
We definitely encourage people who want to donate and who want to volunteer their time and service. We welcome you. We definitely open arms.
Yeah. So just coming through, like even coming in the office to help pressing out shirts. Because we're gonna have branded gear that the volunteers are going to be wearing.
Okay.
So distinguishing ourselves and showing that like community, like what we like. This is not a branding event. This is not a Digs by Digs thing.
Right.
This is many hands making light work. So I want everybody to feel like, grab their piece of it and, let's do a big thing. And ultimately just to show the kids coming behind us, what the collective looks like, what community looks like, and inspire them to have hope and do big things because we set an example for them.
That's dope. I know last time we had a conversation, I don't know if we were on air or not, but we was talking about the influence that hip hop has had on the sneaker community.
Oh yeah.
And it goes hand in hand. So some of the most big influencers of the sneaker game early on in hip hop would probably have to be like Run DMC. I can recall LL when the Jordans on the I'm Bad album. So, for you being a huge Nas fan, can you recall a pair of shoes that you might have seen Nas rock, or him speaking on a pair of sneakers or something in one of his verses or something? That you was just like, yo, man, if I get my hands on those, make my cipher complete.
So Nas was like smooth, like slick, silk shirts, the Gators, player. So and if you listen to Nas, he talk about stuff that I don't know nothing about, like my Bally's and stuff like that. So it's like when you really listen, it's like, you a step ahead, or your British Knights or whatever. So Nas just was never in the pack with everybody else. But I think for me, it was just like, man, it was the people in the neighborhood, bro.
Right.
It was,
and was it the Air Force Ones that the majority of the crew had?
Yeah. So it was that, and yeah, it was just being amongst the people. So yeah, the Air Force Ones, the Tufas, Grant Hills. It was
wow. And I'm gonna tell you that's. I remember the Grant Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, the felines.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So Grant Hills,
Mm-hmm.
couple of, I had a pair of Dion's. So it was a variety. It was more shoes to pick from back then. Like it was, Jason Kids. It was
Yes, I
always
remember
something
that. Yeah.
that a different athlete had, and it was like, oh, that's funky. Those Barry Sanders, this
Mm-hmm.
Bo
Mm-hmm.
Jacksons. It was always something else. But LA Gears, LA
Right.
Techs.
Right.
So I don't know the shoes, and it was Jordans. Jordans was just in the league of their own.
Always have been. You know the story I told you. I passed over on them for the hip hop influence of Run DMC. So I don't think we'll ever see another run in the sneaker community like we've seen the Jordans.
No.
Yeah. So and I know for sure that a brand new pair of Jordans it'll send a kid to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it still got that effect.
Yeah, it still has that effect. And those kids that I speak have never even seen Mike play.
Yeah.
Mike ain't shot a meaningful jumper in over 30 years plus, but his name rings bells in the sneaker community. But yeah, man, with the community in need of a whole lot of other things, you've taken the lead to say, for sure that you can help them with being fresh on the first day of school. You understand? Because we all remember that night before the first day of school. Right. You lay your clothes out, them shoes, they laced up, they sitting on that box, and that feeling of going to school with them brand new pair of shoes on, man, was everything. So
man, fantasy, bro. You get lost in it. You know what I mean? Like, you forget about all your worries, what ain't going right. We got the girl dump you over the summer. Like all of that stuff go away because you manifesting the best day ever.
You got them shoes, baby.
You know what I'm saying? You laying it out on the bed. So Alex, that was for me. It was and it came once a year, man.
Yeah.
So this was an event. This was all like, see, Christmas won't the same because you got to wait 2 weeks to go back to school.
Right.
But you get that first day of school, like, man, it's on. So and when we talk about like so many other things going on in the world, I had to bring myself back down to earth, bro. And understand I can't do everything, but this is a lane that I want to carve out, and we're all part of a body.
Right.
We all one. And this is the one piece that I want to help out at. I want to get the people corralled around me to help with this effort. There are other things. One of my partners actually said that he wants to donate a few computers to this drive. So
see, that's
we're going to add a different wrinkle to this drive this year. We're going to raffle off a couple of desktops as well. So shout out to Rassan for that. But so it's just people just seeing like one thing and then everybody figuring out what they can bring to the table. And I had to lose the idea of like, oh, this is not being significant enough, because sometimes it's just this inspiring hope.
Right.
And just altering somebody's mind.
Right.
Just getting them to think that something as small as a pair of shoes to the rest of the world has the ability to shape and mold and change how somebody feels about their day and their situation.
You touched on something with that right there, because somebody may receive a pair of shoes headed into the new year of school, and that may trigger them to do what you inspire to do for someone as they get older. So I don't know if you ever thought of it that way, but that's how I see it. You're helping someone, and then one day in turn, when they become an adult and say, hey man, I remember when someone reached out and gave my mom or my pops the opportunity for me to get a brand new pair of shoes, and I'm going to do it for my community. Bro. So, it's each one, teach one, you know what I mean?
Man, I can't do, like, none of this will be possible without the community that I come from. It just, I attribute a lot of this, one, to my home, my mom, like just how hard working and steadfast she was. Like, I think it was me, because it was me not wanting to get Jordans growing up, because if I would have said, Mom, I want this, I could have had that.
Right.
No doubt. But it was just me imposing those limits, because I just watched her just just grind and go get whatever it is that any of us want. Me and my sisters.
Right. Shout out to Sherry.
Yeah, and then so with that, then it's like the community outside of my house. Like my family was there, like all in the same neighborhood. My friends were family.
Right.
And even outside of that circle, it was like my coaches, like your cousin. He was a big one.
Shout out to Curtis West too.
Curtis West, Coach Tommy Raymond. Like it was just
rest in peace, Tommy Raymond.
Everybody at the boys club who helped me develop all of this. So these were people in the community who really didn't have a dog in a fight. Like I was.
Right.
I'm always somebody.
Right, I know what you mean. I know where you're going with that.
But, I'm just a kid from downtown.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And these guys, they got lives, they got families, they got bills, they got all of this stuff.
They took an interest in a young man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right. So it's like, I'm a product of all of that.
Right.
And so,
And in turn, what you gathered from them.
How to get me back out.
There you go. You go.
I wouldn't be... This won't be right if I did.
Right.
If I held all that in, it's like, nah, man, I'm a product of all of these people. So when they try to put whatever label on downtown, East End, Newport News, it's like I am that.
That's right. I like that, man. Ridley Circle to the fullest, Jack. I already know. I already know.
I am that.
Hey, man, do you see right now in the sneaker community, man? Are you collect shoes for yourself?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. Because what I was getting at was
get on that political piece.
What is trending right now as far as sneakers? If if you know, but I'm a sneakerhead myself, but I'm not big on what's trending. I'm more like if I see something I like it, I'm going to get it, and I'm a very nostalgic type of guy. So lately I've been collecting Air Max. I've been on my Air Max. I threw a couple of what they call. I threw a couple pair of suede Pumas into my collection recently. But the Jordans, it's like I got plenty of them. They're recycling them, retro. So I haven't really, brought anything lately from that era. But the New Balance, the Air Force, the Air Max ones, and probably the Puma has been the last couple of things I went out to get. So, and just didn't know if you knew anything that was trending right now. But with you giving away the shoes, man, them young men and young ladies, they ain't too picky. They just.
I'm a trendsetter, man. I'm just
come on, man, trailblazer.
I don't play with this, bro.
I like that.
I've been on running shoes before everybody. Right. I'm not just saying that because I was Diggy run the city. Diggy been running the city.
Diggy knows.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing all of this and ranging from, your Brooks to Asics to Sauconys and all of that. I've been wearing those because, you hit that age where you like, these just feel good. And I started liking the way they look. So certain colorways I was just wearing and looking like somebody's daddy.
You are somebody's daddy. But look, you notice as you get older, it's not so much about the look. Nah. It's about comfortability. Right. Yeah. And I you know what I said? I'll backtrack. The Nike Vomero 5s, some very, very,
keep telling me about those.
Very comfortable shoes. Yeah. I have a pair on now. Very comfortable.
Yeah.
I have 4 pair. But anyway, those are nice shoes, man. Very comfortable. And I find myself now at this point in life, it's about the comfortability of the shoe,
Very comfortable.
But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the event coming up in August. I'm looking forward to seeing the smile that you put on people's face. I'm really looking forward to the people willing to come out.
Oh yeah,
and get involved. That's what I'm.
Get dirty, man. It's
I'm looking for that because that's right there. It takes a village. It takes a village where the opportunity is wide open for you to pitch in. And
I'm pitching that. I'm pitching that right now. Like I've been doing a lot of that lately. Letting people know, like, hey man, we changing my language. We're building something special, man, and it's gonna take all of us to get that attention. Placed on it the necessary attention to help it grow how it's supposed to grow.
Right.
So like I said, we started last week and I wanted to I know we wanted to do a recap every week of like what the progress looks like. So the progress from last week, we got over $1,000 donated cash.
Okay.
We have boatloads of gently used shoes that we got to go through and kind of like brush up, as well as new pairs of shoes. We also had like today alone at least like 30, 40 responses to a post that I made for volunteers looking to come in and get dirty wherever they can. So yeah, so that's this week's numbers. I provide this to you every week.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, appreciate using your platform to push the message.
Peace Party people, man. It's about the culture and the community, man. And you are one of the brothers who stand on the front line for the community. So it's a no-brainer for me.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So again, man, you know, here at Peace Party people, we welcome the love, we welcome the support, and we are down to support anybody that's about the community. So we are definitely going to continue to you know, get busy with this shoe drive and a whole lot of other things. So hip hop, whatever you're doing, do it well. The community is watching. Peace.